Hey guys, how are you doing? Without wasting any time, we're starting the list with Ninja Gaiden 4, the highly anticipated action-adventure game that marks the return of the iconic franchise after more than a decade of hiatus. The game is being developed by Platinum Games, known for titles like Bayonetta and Nier Automata, in collaboration with Team Ninja, the original creator of the Ninja Gaiden series. The legendary Ryu Hayabusa returns with a renewed yet familiar arsenal of tools for players to master. The game offers a customizable experience, with options for both veteran and novice players. Ninja Gaiden 4 promises a top-tier ninja action-adventure experience with a challenging combat system and an engaging story. The game is sure to be a hit among fans of the franchise and players seeking a frenetic action experience.
So you've come, Raven.
Fuck off, Hayabusa. I will execute my mission.
Following the list, we have Perfect Dark, a reboot of the classic science fiction franchise created by Rare, which began in 2000 with the release of the first game for the Nintendo 64. This reboot is being developed by The Initiative in partnership with Crystal Dynamics and will be published by Xbox Game Studios. The game will be exclusive to Xbox and PC platforms. The reboot promises to bring a completely original story and universe, although it will retain influences from previous games. The protagonist, Joanna Dark, returns as an agent facing corporate conspiracies in a dystopian future. The game combines elements of stealth action, intense shootouts, and the use of advanced gadgets, features that have marked the series. The gameplay will be similar to previous games, focusing on intense shootouts and espionage elements. However, it is likely that the game will bring new mechanics and customization options.
I hope you're ready, Agent Dark.
Are you all seeing this?
Once you open this door, there's no going back.
Avowed is a highly anticipated first-person fantasy RPG developed by Obsidian and published by Xbox Game Studios. The game takes place in the world of Eora, which fans of Pillars of Eternity already know, but introduces a new region called Living Lands. Unlike previous Obsidian games, Avowed abandons the isometric view in favor of a more immersive perspective. The combat system promises to be dynamic and engaging, allowing players to customize their characters and choose different fighting styles. The world of Eora is vast and full of secrets, offering players the freedom to explore and discover their own adventures. Players will have the opportunity to create unique characters, choosing their race, class, and abilities. Obsidian is known for its complex and choice-filled narratives, and Avowed promises to follow that tradition. Fable is back and more epic than ever. Announced by Playground Games, the studio behind the acclaimed Forza Horizon series, this new title promises to revive the magic and charm of the classic games, bringing innovations and an even richer and more immersive RPG experience. Create a unique character and follow their evolution throughout the story. Your actions, both good and bad, will have lasting consequences and affect your physical appearance and even your personality. Enjoy a dynamic and fun combat system that combines action and RPG elements. Master a variety of weapons and magical abilities to defeat your enemies. Game Pass subscribers will be able to play Fable from day one, at no additional cost. Fable is one of the most beloved RPG franchises of all time, and this new game promises to recapture the magic that has captivated millions of players around the world.
But you know what it's like when you're young and you have a point to prove. I tell you, this kid, she had it all. The skill, the talent, the power. She was something else, alright. She was...
Gears of War E-Day is a highly anticipated third-person shooter that promises to take players back to the beginning of the Gears of War saga, 14 years before the events of the first game. The game focuses on the story of Emergence Day, the the day the Locust Horde, a race of grotesque and relentless subterranean creatures, erupted from underground and attacked the surface of Sera, the planet where the series takes place. Gears of War E-Day was developed from scratch with Unreal Engine 5, which guarantees next-generation graphics and unparalleled visual fidelity. The game takes place in the city of Kelowna, a new location for the franchise, and promises a more linear experience compared to Gears 5, which introduced open-world elements. With next-generation graphics, an engaging story, and frenetic gameplay, Gears of War E-Day has everything to be a huge success. South of Midnight is a third-person action-adventure game that promises to transport players to a magical and dark world inspired by the folklore of the American South. Developed by Compulsion Games, known for titles like Contrast and We Happy Few, the game is scheduled to be released on April 8, 2025 for PC, Xbox Series, and will be available on Game Pass from launch. The game follows the journey of Hazel, a young woman who inhabits an alternate version of the American South, where magic and folklore intertwine with reality. Hazel, with her unique ability to weave adventure, must face mystical and dangerous creatures known as living and destructive grievances. These creatures, which modify the environment around them, pose a constant danger to Hazel's world.
They disappear. I am blinded by the dark and all alone.
State of Decay 3 is the next game in the popular open-world survival franchise, developed by Undead Labs and published by Xbox Game Studios. The series is known for its unique approach to the survival genre, blending elements of horror, resource management, and community building in a zombie-infested world. Undead Labs promises a deeper and more engaging narrative, with more complex characters and decisions that will have a significant impact on the unfolding story. The gameplay will be enhanced with new mechanics and systems, offering players more strategic options for surviving in a hostile world. The world of State of Decay 3 will be more dynamic and reactive, with random events and challenges constantly emerging, making each playthrough unique.
No one is forgotten. We live on.
Contraband is an open-world cooperative game developed by Avalanche Studios, the same studio responsible for the Just Cause series. It will be exclusive to Xbox Series and PC, with a planned release directly on the Xbox Game Pass service. The game takes place in the 1970s, in a fictional world called Bion, and revolves around smuggling and illicit activities. The goal is to offer a cooperative experience, where players work together to carry out smuggling operations, facing challenges and exploring the open world. While the focus is on cooperative mode, there will also be options for playing solo. Avalanche Studios is using its Apex engine technology to create a detailed and dynamic world, promising an immersive and action-packed experience. Clockwork Revolution is a first-person action RPG developed by InXile Entertainment and published by Xbox Game Studios. The game was revealed during the Xbox Games Showcase and is scheduled to be released for Windows and Xbox Series. The game takes place in the steampunk metropolis of Avalon, a dystopian city with a Victorian aesthetic. The setting is rich in detail and brings an atmosphere reminiscent of games like BioShock, with a focus on world building and engaging narrative. One of the central elements of the game is the ability to travel through time. The player uses an incredible invention that allows them to go back in time and influence important events, changing the course of history. These changes create a butterfly effect, impacting the world and characters in unexpected ways.
Oh no. What did I do?
Any last words before my friend puts one in your skull?
Everwild is an action-adventure game in development by Rare, the same studio responsible for iconic titles like Sea of Thieves. Everwild promises to be a unique experience, set in a magical world filled with magnificent flora and fauna. The game seems to focus on a special connection with nature, presenting a visually stunning and engaging universe. Rumors indicate that the game has undergone significant changes in its direction since the initial announcement. Initially, Everwild was described as a third-person adventure game with elements of God games. However, more recent information suggests that the game will not have combat and is more similar to Viva Pinata than a survival game as the initial trailers indicated. Everwild has the potential to be a unique and memorable game, but it's still too early to know for sure how it will develop. OD is the next game from Hideo Kojima, one of the most renowned developers in the gaming industry, known for creating innovative and out-of-the-ordinary experiences. The game was officially announced during the Game Awards 2023 and is being developed by Kojima Productions in partnership with Xbox Game Studios. OD will be a horror game, but with an avant-garde approach, meaning something experimental and innovative. Kojima described the project as a unique experience that could redefine what we understand as interactive media. The game's narrative is centered around complex characters and explores themes such as the nature of reality and the limits of human perception. The cast of OD includes renowned actors such as Sophia Lillis, known for her role in the film It Chapter 1, and Hunter Schafer, famous for her performance in the series Euphoria. Project Mara is a game in development by Ninja Theory, the same studio responsible for the Hellblade franchise. This new project promises to be a unique and experimental experience, focused on psychological horror and the faithful recreation of the horrors of the human mind. The game explores mental terror, using real research and accounts to authentically represent the challenges faced by people suffering from mental illness. Ninja Theory describes Project Mara as a realistic and faithful representation of psychological horror, seeking to capture the internal horrors of the mind in an innovative way. The developer is investing in advanced technologies to create an extremely detailed and realistic environment. The goal is to offer an immersive experience, with graphics that recreate reality in an impressive way. Project Mara will be released for Xbox and PC, as Ninja Theory is part of Xbox Game Studios. To finalize the list, I bring you The Elder Scrolls VI, one of the most anticipated games in the gaming industry, being the next major entry in the iconic RPG franchise from Bethesda Game Studios. The game will be developed using Creation Engine 2, the same graphics engine used in Starfield. The developer promises to use photogrammetry technology to capture real landscapes and create an even more immersive and detailed world. The location of The Elder Scrolls VI is still a mystery, but it is speculated that the game could take place in Hammerfell, a desert and mountainous region located on the continent of Tamriel. Bethesda is known for creating vast and detailed open worlds, and The Elder Scrolls VI will likely be no different. Players can expect to explore vast landscapes, vibrant cities, and dangerous dungeons. Well, that was the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and see you next time.